Okay, my friend, that time was at the launch conference of GAC Honda P7. Of course, this is not a launch conference, so what about this? They just made a more detailed public and ER presentation of some technical features of this model. Then we can see that in the venue, it is a GAC Honda itself, and this piece is collided under one of their own research and development bases. That track is quite interesting. The polyphonic announcement written on the back panel is different, so in fact, they have sorted out 8 of them in total. Isn't it different? Not stuck or round, not afraid. There is also "Paul it" on the side, not panic or fuck, right? That's it. In fact, each plate corresponds to different contents. For example, they put the body and white body in this place. This is mainly to show some things about their chassis. First of all, I can see that there is a double in front, then the side is. The Soviet-feeling pair of X seems to be rarely seen on Honda's numbers, yes, so I can look forward to the dynamic control of this car. And what does it mean by its lukewarmth this time? That is, he has an ad system which will adjust the resistance of his price selection. For example, if you need comfort after passing the card, it will make the adjustment a little softer accordingly. If you need controllability, if the meaning is unloaded, etc., then his personnel level will be adapted accordingly and provide a better support. So this is a good base that he told everyone, and then we will look at it again and call it different. In fact, the styling design of this car is still very well known. Of course, the whole car is sharp and tough. People can know it at a glance. This is a Honda car. Of course, the logo can emit light. The whole light bag in front runs through the middle, right? So it's a typical Honda camera, but there are some. I think this time they are on this PC, and they have added the back seat cushions, including adding them. So let's look at it from this angle, right? When the seat goes up, I think, take a look. Look, wow, it's really me. It's my first time riding in this car. It's very comfortable, and there's a lot of space, but it still has a little room for water. If it's in a position where the fine can be leaned back, the skin will still have such a space performance. Then this car is more than 2.9 meters long, which is not 47 meters long, but is it big? It will bring about a good expansion of the interior space, including saying that it is a pure electric platform, and this place is a flat screen, but even so, you can still see that there will be a small bulge, but there is no way about this. This is his body in white decision. Seeing that there are no sides, it is his body in white, so why is this car not afraid? It is its active and passive safety, especially passive safety, which is very good. Let's not talk about the body in white. You can look at it first. The battery is made of many different layers. For example, the top layer is a mouth body, and then there will be a Honda patented battery module protection structure in the middle. Hey, then down, it is the protective layer. Then down, the water-cooled runner. That's it. And then down is its windproof cover, which is the bottom cover. This cover is very good for usual scratches, bumps, and so on. So the protection of the battery is very good. Then look at his body in white here. Especially, A lives in this place and B lives in this place. Enthusiasm King Kong exceeds 1/200 trillion, which is the mainstream level of an industry. So if there is a safe protection for this car, it will provide a good guarantee. Let me share with you a styling design of this car later. First of all, the logo will shine because of the performance association, right? This is very true. In fact, this car has also added a lot of relatively fresh evening features, such as the rearview mirror of streaming media, which can also emit light in places like these. It will emit light today from the previous ones. It can already be found in some cars, but one thing is that its fast and slow speeds are placed on the front of the car. The hidden door handle, from the perspective of the entire body, this purple color is very typical. It has a pair of colors, and it is really popular, and it is very beautiful. This is very good. Honda's very representative styling design idea, including the headlights, which are Honda's very classic design element, is his styling design. Then do you think it looks good or not? Let's take a look. Okay, my friend, let's take a look at the interior of this PC. In fact, this car uses many different screens. For example, there is a huge screen behind the beauty body on both sides, and there is also a huge screen behind the beauty body on the top. But you will find that although its screen is used a lot, it may still feel obvious with new forces. Separation is to keep some rationality. For example, each screen is in charge of different functions. Down there are some functions such as driving mode and gambling opposition, so I think Honda is very rational. Each screen is in charge of different functions, and everyone's styling design is also very good. He removes a big screen and then looks at this direction, which is also a double color, and all kinds of buttons on the driving charm beads are also very rich. Well, let's go back to this screen. From the logic of UI design, you can see that the left side is a card, and then the right side is a map display. Or have I learned some new methods and innovative ideas for making screens? This runs from top to bottom. What about now? He has incorporated various advanced AI language models. If you ask him different questions, he can identify all the numbers, or provide you with an extensive search. How many degrees do you predict for Honda in Guangzhou today?
It's 18 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius in Guangzhou today, and the weather is hot to wear a tee when laundry.
Shirt.
Waiting for summer clothing.
What food photos are there in Guangzhou?
Do what you say. Found the following results for you. Which one?
In addition, you have all the functions of App Play Car Life and Huawei's Hi Car. Hey, another point for today. Although it doesn't come with sunshine, the canopy supports 5 stages and 6 gears. It could be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, or Honto 3, 4, 5, 1, or just 5 gears. There is an additional measure in the middle which actually enhances the safety of this vehicle. Okay, let's take a look at what do you think of the performance inside this aircraft. Friends, today I would love to share some detailed driving experiences with you about the GAC Honda P7. Firstly, let me clarify that this experience was relatively brief. In fact, this is the time for the trial price to build piles, and one that is not so typical is actually a high-speed installation. In this process, we think that your steering feel is still very Honda. If you have driven a Honda car before, then you roughly know what it feels like. The feeling or load-bearing feeling in the central area can wake up your driving feeling of Honda, even if you adjust its steering mode to this comfort or ease. So its feel remains somewhat load-bearing, but I believe this characteristic is very much in line with Honda's style, particularly appealing for some girls. It will definitely bear a slightly heavier load, but I firmly believe that the chassis seat is exceptional among electric vehicles. You can genuinely sense the weight concentrated at its base, owing to the substantial 90-degree battery pack. However, there's no issue with the weight. Whether the car is under precise control or navigating a flying slope, the B button can swiftly stabilize the car body, which is immensely crucial. If stabilization fails, your safety is at significant risk. On the bright side, this car lands instantly upon descent. It can be carried even when cornering. Everything on this car body is slightly up, but the price selection can be pulled back very quickly. The bottom aspect is really a very big selling point of this PC, but I believe that if you pay attention to the driving experience, this car must be tried carefully. But I think what is even more rare is that its comfort is guaranteed in handling, and basically it is still very good. Then this is really rare, not only in his seats in the car, his support or belt. Sometimes its ship price actually has a very good filtering vibration, including a constant effect. But what about this Hirota PC? What is its biggest selling point? In fact, it's very simple. There is no problem if you like the shape of this car. The most important thing is that it is rigid. Its driving quality is very, very competitive among all electric vehicles. So even if we talk about Tesla's Model Y today, it has a strong, bright spot when placed in this place and placed in the same field for a comparison car. It is this kind of trump card. It blindly pursues the controller, but in this basically. And add some extra comfort as well. This is certainly quite rare indeed. When this car starts, it looks up. After this car has dual motors, its maximum seen is close to 800 No, so this data is still very strong, and it allows this kilometer to accelerate into the 4-second club, which should be just less than 5 seconds. The actual measurement level, for example, this data is completely no problem for your daily use, and the performance in the middle and rear segments is also good. This is this car. Finally, it depends on its price.